Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is Sabah Afsar here, your English pedagogical teacher. In the last class, we already had an introduction and we have already completed the unit 1, which is 1.1 language and its meaning, concept, components, and functions. Right? So, today in this class, we'll be recapitulating about this topic and also we'll start with 1.2, that is a pedagogy of a different language, critical analysis, dialect, standard, and non standard language. As we have already discussed, a language is a skill subject that is totally dependent on the language for skill, that is learning, speaking, reading, and writing, right? Thus, without these four skills, the language cannot survive. Basically, if we want to teach in the class, the development of these four skills is very much important. Here, if we see what is a language, language is a system of arbitrary symbol. Language is a bridge of communication. Man uses various speech organs activity. For example, he uses his lips, he uses his teeth, tongue, vocal cord, lungs, and other organs to produce sounds. Right? For There are few definitions given in the notes you can go through. But in my opinion, what is a language? Language is something that it is genetically acquired. Why? When our mother gives us a birth and she starts to speak with us, right? At that time, the child grabs the language from her mother. It is already in our genetics that we can acquire that language, right? Which facilitates the human beings to express their thoughts meaningfully. Why? It facilitates us to think and to express our thoughts meaningfully. It includes oral written forms as well as the body language. Here, let's get started with the functions. Every language has some fundamental functions, right? Thus, here English language is also having five sort of functions, which is expressive. In expressive functions, we express our thoughts and feelings without the expression and without the absence of the language. How we can express, right? The next one is informative. Here, to receive an information or to give an information that is very much necessary, which is language, right? Thus, as follows as directive function, language is used to direct the people to carry out a different functions in daily life. Suppose in the classroom, you are a teacher and now you have to guide a child to go to the principal room. At that moment, what all you say or what all you direct to the child, that is a directive function, right? Continue with the next one, storing function. We would not have pursued our cultural heritage, history, or maintained our civilization if there is a no storing function of what language. For example, nowadays science and technology has made it possible that we can store our uh, language, right? The next one is a creative function. Creative function means what? Creativity, what? Some we have to create something from our end, right? Thus literature can be creative, right? There are many creative writers like Shakespeare, Byron, Shelley, Keats, Wordsworth, Rabindranath Tagore, Pandit Nehru, M.K. Gandhi, etc. Right? They have contributed. Literary contribution would not have been either recognized or appreciated in the absence of language. As in the last class, we have discussed what is the components of language. To prepare a language, there are a few components without which the language won't survive. The human language have several components which are developed through several centuries. For example, the first one is a phonology. Phonology is a sound. The second one is a semantics. That is a study of senses. The next is morphology. That is a study of words. Syntax, that is the formation of sentence. Punctuation marks, dialect is the original form of a language spoken in a particular area. There are other components of language also. There are punctuation, structure, and the spelling, pronunciation, handwriting, vocabulary, paragraph, clause, grammar, and phrases. right? This is it what we will have to learn from 1.1. So we shall continue with 1.2 now.